Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David, and this is a deck review. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up on the weekend. I know it's the weekend, you've got other things you want to do. You want to go jet skiing, you want to go hang out with your friends at the park and play chess. I get it. You're an active person, you have a life. But yet, you still found the time to come back here and watch a review about playing cards. Why? Because playing cards are awesome. I love playing cards, and so does EmilySleights52. And as an extra bonus, we're doing 2 videos this weekend for EmilySleights52. She is on Instagram, at EmilySleights52. You want to make sure you follow her. She's a good follow. Deck designer, prolific, done several decks. You can find her products at EmilySleights52.com/shop. This deck at her site is currently at $13, 13 bucks. You can find this at her website. We're going to look at chapter 1 today, right now. All right, chapter 1 from EmilySleights52. But before we look at the deck, can I just point out there's this really cool deck case. You could call it a deck sleeve if you want, deck protector, but it's a little book. It's a little book cover. When you put them on your bookshelf, it's going to look like there's a whole bunch of books. Hopefully she continues the series with chapter 2, 3, and 4 going forward. The book cover itself opens up like this. It's even got a little magnetic lid to keep it closed. You can find this at her website for 10 bucks. Chapter 1 playing cards says chapter 1 right there on the front with a little inkwell and a feather quill inside of that. The border looks like the border that you'd see around a book, and her inspiration was that everyone is the author of their own story in life. And so the tuck case looks exactly like a book. So it says write your own story on the spine, and then the edges look like the pages in a book. The back design is the back design of the cards. And right there at the bottom, there's some ad copy about United States Playing Card Company. That's everything I can say about the tuck case. Let's break it open and look at the cards. The back design is that same graphic you saw earlier. It's very simple, but it has a reminiscent of a older style deck. There's actually several borders. You have the white poker border, but then you have 2 inside blue borders, and then you have the triptych, but it's a little bit reversed and exploded with the feathers on top, the quill on top, and then that design there in the middle. With this deck, you'll get 2 extra cards. They're both gaffs. One is a double backer, and the other is a joker card, but it's really a card reveal. You can see that the spilled ink forms the 8 of clubs. Your 2 joker cards are that feather quill and inkwell that you saw earlier, and it simply says joker in each corner, and it's all done in a black ink. Your ace of spades is done very simple as well. You have the feather quill making the negative space on the inside of a spade pip, and there is no text. Going through the deck, this is going to be pretty standard. You will see that the spade pips there are a little chunkier, a little fatter than what we're normally used to seeing, but layout-wise, coloring's the same. Your court cards are standard as well. However, they've all been given a feather quill and paper to write on instead of their usual weapons and items that they hold. Again, with the reds, it's a little darker than our standard red, and again, the pips look a little chunkier than normal. And again, same colorings on the red courts as well as the feather props that they are holding. But that's everything I can say about what the cards look like. You also want to know how they feel and how they handle. So the best thing I do is I measure them and weigh them and compare them against other decks in my collection. Why do I do that? Well, because decks that come out of United States Playing Card Company don't typically have a consistent thickness. I think in our hands, a lot of them feel the same. And I think when you get a really thin deck that's extremely thin or extremely thick, then I think you can tell a little bit. But a lot of times the nuance, the subtlety is so thin, right, that the only way to tell the difference is to put it into a caliper, which is what I do. 10 cards in the caliper come to 2.95. 2.95 is a B stock, casino stock. This is what we would consider to be a thick deck. And 295 is actually really thick. I have not seen a deck that's crossed over into the 290s in a long time, especially since USPCC went over to their new definitions to how they define their decks. They used to be retail and casino, and they've since changed that when they added their new phrase, crushed stock. So since that time, more decks coming out of USPCC have been thinner as a rule. And so to see a deck that comes in at 2.95 is rare. So those of you who like thick, crispy, snappy, rigid cards, this is a good one. All right, that's everything I can say about Chapter 1. I want to thank EmilySleights52 for allowing me to have this deck so that I could do the review for you. You can find her cards and other cards at EmilySleights52.com. And make sure you poke around, add some stuff to cart, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hey, would you like to learn a magic trick? You would? Did you know I have a second channel? That's right. I have a second channel where I teach beginning level magic tricks. Magic Channel Card Tricks is a place that you can go to learn tricks with ordinary items you can find around the house. Paper clips, rubber bands, pens, and of course, decks of cards. I teach beginning level card tricks, simple card tricks, simple card forces that anybody could learn. I also review magic kits. So if you go buy a magic kit from the store, your local Walmart or Target, or you get a magic kit for Christmas, I'll go over exactly what's inside. And I'll even teach you how to perform with some of those tricks that you get inside those kits. Plus, I'm even gonna give you video instruction to very simple, very inexpensive tricks that you can pick up at your favorite magic store. Sometimes you get those tricks and the instructions are just on a tiny little piece of typewritten paper and you have no idea how to do that trick. Don't throw that trick away. Don't put it in a box. Come back to Magic Channel Card Tricks and I will teach you how to use that trick as well. Or maybe you're not a beginner. Maybe you're not a beginner, but maybe you have a niece or a nephew or a little brother or sister that you could share this channel with them. This is a great, safe place, kid-friendly, where they can learn beginning level magic. Make sure you head on over to Magic Channel Card Tricks, give my videos a like, subscribe to that channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for being a part of Magic Orthodoxy.